Good morning. It is a wonderful morning. It is 7/7 of 2018. So 7/7/18. So that's 9, which is like destiny number. Sorry, I'm like outside in my great backyard, and the sun's about to rise here over my house here shortly. But there's birds everywhere. I swear it's like a menagerie of birds in my neighborhood. Every morning when I sit out here, I'm just like, wow, there's so many kinds. And I got a cherry tree in front, and they're kind of going nuts over that tree right now. Yeah, so you got to be grateful for the little things. And when you're meditating and you're sitting in your stillness and appreciating everything around, birds are definitely a big one. It's kind of funny because I hated birds growing up. Like, I never liked them. My mom had birds, and these things were annoying. So loud. Like, they woke me up every morning. Like, didn't matter if we put like the cover over it because we had a cover. Oh no, those things chirping. She had like parakeets for a long time. Those were kind of cute little things. But yeah, so I guess in my awoken life, birds are just everywhere. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so today's a big day. 7/7. Lots of energies coming in. Um, Lots of energy, waves, like waves of it. Can manifest great things today. I'm really hoping that everybody feels just like a sense of joy and happiness, because I definitely feel that. It's kind of nice because all these planets are in retrogrades. All of them, like, they're transiting, and like they're messing with people so bad. I mean, I'm included, absolutely. Yeah, turns everything upside down, and then you get all like twisted in your own thoughts, like totally twisted. And you could think you're right, you're so right, and you know this, and really you don't. So you kind of look stupid in the end, and you got to eat a little bit of crow and make some apologies because when you're not right, and yeah, kind of sucks, especially if you're kind of strong-headed like I am, and you got a big mouth. And yeah, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth, which doesn't always feel so good. But I know that I've made some pretty great strides in my life, and to get to where I'm at and be able to understand that I'm not always right, nor will I ever be, that I am, a spirit here in this body, and I do make some mistakes. But, being awoken to the reality of this world and the knowledge that is out there, that it's so it's everywhere. I mean, we live in the days of revelations and technology, and everything's there for you if you want it. If you want it, you can find it. Somebody can help you if you ask for help. It's another thing that I've struggled with in this life, is asking for help. Like, I hate asking for help. But when you need help, just ask for help. And say it clearly, that you need help. You can even ask your angels, because those are always around too. And, God, our infinite creator, loves us all. So no matter what mistakes we've made and how we've got to this point and where we're at and everything around us, he will forgive. He will forgive, and he loves us. Most of the time, it's not even like something that he needs to forgive. It's just an unconditional. We put so many barriers in our way brought on by programming that was instilled into us, since birth, and that was given to our parents, and it goes back generations and generations, and it's all history is twisted, man. And history books are not like correct, and species as a whole has been played for so long that nobody knows what to do. So, most of us are scrambling and trying to do the best that we can with what we have, and I pray that we all find our way, our way back to our Creator and to love, because that's what it's ultimately about, is love. Everything is surrounded with love. Everything. And to understand love is pretty amazing. Or to actually know love, that is infinite. And I thought I knew. Oh, geez, I thought I knew. And I'm pretty, strong-willed and hard-headed, and I'm a Sagittarius, and yeah, that's my sun sign, and my moon sign is Scorpio. I actually have like a Scorpio, what is it called, a stellium. I'm like a Scorpio dominant, so I'm ruled by emotions in the moon. Oh God, so being ruled by emotions is tough, but anyways, another story. But understanding love, because that's where I begin and where I end. And I always have. I always wanted it in some form or fashion. As a kid, as a little girl, I dreamed of my Prince Charming and how my life was going to be. And I'm definitely not anywhere near that. And it wasn't fairy tale by all means, but I actually have it better because I have real love. I married a pretty awesome dude who is amazing and drives me crazy at the same time. But I guess I couldn't have it any other way since I do the same to him. And that's how I know what real love is. Because we can go to the brinks and the very depths and the darkest places, and we can still forgive each other, and we still love each other. And we will do for each other even when we don't want to, even when we're irritated, even when we're just fighting and arguing and sitting in our thoughts and thinking that somehow we're right and the other person's wrong. Every couple has ups and downs, every one of us, but it's how we treat each other ultimately. And that starts with trust and loyalty and compassion and desire. There's so many layers, but trust is the very first thing. It's the foundation. And respecting another human being, and knowing that we make mistakes, and you definitely got to say no in certain situations. You can't always, you can't let the other person walk all over you or abuse you or treat you badly, because most of us know what that is and what that feels like, and that's not good by all means. But even if that person is twisted in their shadow, which there's a sun, we all get twisted in our shadow, and we don't even know that we're in the shadow. Don't even know. Don't even know. And we think that we're not, and that we're okay, and that it's the other person causing all the problems. It's the other person destroying everything, or it's the other person, treating you poorly. And, if you don't know how to I guess, understand that, and understand that we mirror one each other. There we go, each other. We mirror each other. So when you're telling somebody something and you're like, yeah, just, this is how I feel, and you're making me feel this way, and it's you. Sometimes you're looking in the mirror and you're looking at your own issues, and it's so hard not to react, It's so hard to, go back to the same programming or whatever it is in you. And me, it's to just talk some smack right back. And I'm pretty good at it. I was gifted with that one. So your tongue could be like a sword, and lash at that other person and hurt them, like literally hurt them. Because our feelings really kind of dominate us as a species. So, you got to be careful what you say. And, if you have a husband like me, he remembers every word. I have a problem, like, saying something verbatim, or repeating it back in that sense. So it kind of sucks, because you're like, no, I didn't say that. So, yeah, be careful what you say, and know that unconditional love is understanding that person and understanding they're going through a process, or they may be going through a hard time, and not reacting, and not like totally believing everything that they say, and that you take it within yourself and say, oh yeah, it is me, and twist yourself up, because getting twisty like that sucks, and it might take you a minute to like get untwisted and be like, no dude, no, that's really not how it is, and I'm not going to accept that. Because you can say that, I am not going to accept that. It doesn't have to be your reality, but fully understand yourself in saying so, because you have to back it up as well, be a legit person. Can't be like some narcissist or something, or a hypocrite. And stand tall in who you are and your truth. Standing tall in your truth is standing there in the face of whatever obstacle, whatever, force may be against you, whether that's your husband, your wife, your kid, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, whoever it is that you have in your life, your friends. For me, it's friends, that's who my family is. And, understand who you are, and know that you chose to come here. And if you're watching my video, I'm hoping, praying that you are awoken to the reality that we live in, and you're not just, believing the programming and everything that's been around us. And how wonderful this life can be, even after probably everything you've been through. So, unconditional love. Love the planet. 'Cause we need to take care of our planet, absolutely. So, anything you can possibly do, pick up a piece of paper, piece of trash that's on the ground, or, go plant some flowers today. It's kind of like middle of July. I don't really know a whole lot about planting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm learning. But I definitely love nature and love the earth, and love your kids, love your husband, love yourself. Love yourself. Understand yourself. I know that being in the shadow is really quite scary sometimes, and it's confusing. And our shadow side is the side that, it's not that we have a light side and a shadow side. It's all kind of, because you have both at the same time. You can't have one without the other. You can't have your dark side without your good side, right? Your happy side without your sad side. Your angry side without your excited side. You know, they're all emotions and, whatnot, because we're ruled by emotions. Our spirit is. But, my shadow was pretty dark, you guys. There's some scary stuff in there. Scary things I hid in there. I hid in there. I lived in there. And I didn't even know, I did know, but it hurt a lot of people. I hurt a lot of people. Not knowing. And just being hurt and damaged and all of the in-between. So, with every sunrise, and every moon there is, every nightfall, I do ask for forgiveness, and I forgive myself. That's first and foremost. I forgive myself, because it's hard looking at yourself and all the things you've done. Really bad things too sometimes. Really bad things, and you're like, nobody should ever forgive me. But I forgive me, and I know that I deserve it, and I know that God loves me. The universe, our great creator. I call him God. It's the easiest way for me to say it, to put into words. My infinite creator. I like that one. The divine creator. That's where I got divine from. But yeah, that's the greatest feeling, is knowing that he loves me. And I made a choice to come here. And I made the choice to come back here too. So even when it's hard, even when it's tough, know that there's great things, and there's going to be ups and downs and moments where you're really confused and you're really twisted in all of the mess and all the thoughts and all the emotions, and you don't know which side is up and which side is down, and you feel like you're going crazy. And if you're like me, you had suicidal thoughts all the time, and you're just sad all the time, and maybe you have a high, maybe you have a low, it's all over the place, and you cry all the time, or whatever it is, it's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. That's one of the biggest ones I've learned. Breathe. And if you need to separate yourself from any situation, just step outside for a minute. Go stand next to a tree. Trees are really great vibrations, and they're amazing. But yeah, go stand outside. Just chill for a minute. Breathe. Big breaths in, big breaths out. And you'll be okay. It's going to be okay. And know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So even when you're at the bottom of the pit, and I know the bottom of that pit. I've self-destructed many times, or, whatever. I've been at the bottom. And I have always crawled my way back out. I don't care what it would take. I would do it. And I work really well under pressure, so I'm kind of good at that. But there can be a side of life where you don't have to struggle like that. And, I'm getting there. I'm nowhere near perfect or great or, some great infinite being. I'm really not. I have a great infinite spirit. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not pretending to be anything grand, nor will I ever be. Nor do I strive to be, too, I just want to be the best me that I can be and help others. So that's why I'm doing these videos, so that you can see that there's great days like this, the sun's starting to shine, if you can't see. Sorry, that wasn't so lovely. And guys, I'm not going to edit videos and go in and look at them, and no, because I'll try and dissect myself. So I'm just going for it real. And standing in my truth, speaking my truth, and trying to give back in some sort of fashion. So it's real me, Des, Divine Tribal Soul. It's the new, which I really love, actually. I have made some decisions, I'm here vlogging, obviously, which has never been a part of me because I never really liked being on camera, or especially video. I just, didn't want to immortalize myself like that, I guess you would say. Yeah. Because it's not something I can control or whatever. I don't know. But hey, I am a Leo rising, and Leo is hitting the North Node right now. It's kind of crazy how the transits really work. So I am going to recommend to everybody, like, get an astrology book, start learning, because it affects us in so many ways. And just pull your birth chart. There's so many free sites. You can hit me up, I'll help you. Astrology is amazing. Learning the zodiac, learning the houses, learning how they affect you. So your ascending sign is like what you're supposed to ascend to in this life. So what you're supposed to accomplish, what you're supposed to be, like what your focus is. So for me, I'm a Leo rising, which is another fire sign, which I love. I love Leos. I attract many Leos. Hey, you know who you are. Yeah, Leos love me, and I love Leos. We get along quite well because they're both fire signs. Leo is a fixed fire sign? No, it's the one in the middle, so it's not. Yeah, it's fixed. So Aries is the cardinal, right? So it's like it ignites. This is how I'm learning, right? How I learned. It ignites, like it's the fire that ignites. It's really quick. And then Leo is like the steady, because it's fixed. It's like a steady fire. So, it's like the campfire. It's right there. But I'm Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is mutable, which would be like the fire that blazes and spreads. So that we'll get into that another day. But so with the Leo rising, it's Leos are the sun. They're the sun in the tarot deck. They're very vibrant and loving and outgoing, and they're really dominant. They're funny. They could light up any room. They're really, really outgoing, and they're very good in public speaking, like artists, so singers, public speakers. So I guess that's maybe where I get my gift of gab from, huh? Because I can talk. And if I'm mad, I could talk even more. So that's where my fire comes in. So, it's sitting in my... Where is it sitting at? That is 5th house. I'm going to double check it. But it's sitting in the 4th or 5th house. See, I can't remember them all quite yet. So, I'm kind of deep into it, but not a professional in any way. But anyways, I'm supposed to focus on my family, and that's why I also have issues with my family, because they're like my hardest karmic lessons. So, previous life, it's talking about karma, so it's like a previous life, like what happened in a previous life. I must have maybe not appreciated the family I had, or for me personally, I think it has to do with like kids and bringing my soul tribe together. So your family isn't always who you're born into. It's not just who you're related to by blood or by DNA, because, you know, we all have a mix these days. We really do. Everybody's families are different. I lost my mom at a pretty young age, and I officially found out that my, birth father passed away too. So it's kind of like hardcore to be like, dude, both my parents are like literally dead. Yeah, another day, another story. So, and I don't talk to the family I do have because I've made quite a few mistakes in my life. Quite a few. So I've hurt a lot of my family. But they've hurt me as well, like pretty hardcore. So, we got some issues there. Everybody has issues. Everybody. And I'm not saying anybody's wrong or horrible or any of that, because I would never do so. So if anybody catches this video, I'm not saying that anyway, because I love you all. And yeah, we all got our own paths in life. So mine is to bring my soul tribe together. That's what my mission is. So that's what your rising sign is telling you about, your mission in this life. What karma are you riding in this life to ascend to that next level, Are you going to be able to recognize what your issue is and where it really lies, and how are you going to break that karmic cycle, And a big one for me too is like breaking like karma and the bloodlines and making decisions that people don't like see or understand or even want to understand, because it's a you're right, I'm wrong type situation, or you're just so fucked up you don't know, or you just did this to me, or that never happened to you, you were just doing this, you were just being bad, or whatever, Everybody has their own perceptions on situations, and just because you have a perception on it doesn't mean that you know what it was like for that person or what the truth was. 'Cause nobody really speaks the truth. So with your rising sign, you also get the mask, right? The mask that you present to the public. Yeah. So, you got like your sun sign is who you are innately, It's the sun that you were born under. You hold many, many personality traits from there. The moon is your soul. It's your emotions. It's how you are on the inside. It really relates to your mom too. So just so you all know that, and how you interact with your mom and your parent or non-parent or whoever you have, to that figure, to the goddess. So your rising is the mask that you put on in public in front of everybody else. How you are perceived by other people who don't really know your shadow side, who don't really know, it's your mask, literally. It's kind of, you can't see me. Some people can, though. See right through that shit. Just so you know that, too. But, yeah, that's how I can be super outgoing. I can get along with quite a few people, especially, like, meeting new people. I'm not, like, scared to introduce myself or be in a public setting. I definitely don't prefer it now because I turn into a little bit of an introvert, but yeah. But I can be in public, and I can just speak. I can speak and speak and speak. So in college, I could give presentations, and I could give them really well. In high school, I definitely loved to talk to my best friend for like hours and hours, or anybody. Oh my god, we talked forever. um I could sing. I like to sing when nobody's really watching. But I've been doing a little bit more of that, a little bit publicly, which is kind of cool. Doing that in front of my husband, which he loves because he loves me. um, I don't think that I'm necessarily trying to ascend to a singer status. Um, but yeah, I can definitely be the life of a party. I've definitely been that. Super popular, get along with quite a few different people. Um, I'm definitely born in a generation where I'm not judging race by any means, or status. I'm not really into status, and I don't like being judged by status either. So I just really like anybody. So if you're an honest person, because that's really what holds true to me, is honesty and being truthful. Even if it hurts, even if it's like, you know, the worst news ever, at least you're being honest with me, and I could figure something out from there. But anyways, yeah, I could definitely be life party and really fun, and have fun with people, and really just quite enjoy it. I've had many jobs in this life. I've switched it up quite a bit, um, which I understand a whole lot more about personally now. But I switched a lot because I wanted change. I wanted variety. I wanted to help people in many different ways and experience many different things. Um, so maybe I'll do like a video with a little more in-depth information to that. Yeah, I'll start doing that. Because I'm just out here just going by the seat of my pants here, really. Because I know that it's what I'm being guided to do, and it's not really like something I ever thought I would do, so kind of weird. But I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna keep vlogging. I have a group up on Facebook, which I'm kind of really stoked about. So the heading and titles all wrong and everything like that, but my name's there, and really what I'm trying to do is just provide information, free knowledge, help, guidance through, I don't know, the process that we're all going through. I don't know if everybody's going to hit this process, but when you're in your dark night, I remember just being there, dude, and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea why I was feeling that way, why I was thinking that way, why everything was just like insane around me. And oh man, I was so lost, and just trying to navigate and find information for myself sucked. Which I can do, I definitely love knowledge, so I can find information, which I'm really grateful for, by the way, because we live in the digital age where, yeah, pretty much everybody has like a phone or a tablet or a computer, and there's free Wi-Fi all over the place. I definitely pay my Wi-Fi bill. We love internet. YouTube is amazing, you guys. There's so many people that I've seen and gained knowledge from and I follow, and there's people that I followed at the beginning of my process that I no longer follow because it doesn't really resonate with me anymore. But there's some seriously like great people who've been out there for a minute that are just standing in their truth and literally helping people. I mean, you gotta like beware of the fakes, because there's quite a few of those, quite a few. And there's people that are still, they are gonna work out their shadow for their whole life, and that's what they agreed to do in this life. So just beware and don't fall for like some fake prophet or yogi or whatever. Like personally, I don't even go that route. Because number one, I didn't want to bring like my spiritual side or anything into it, and at one point you'll have to address it. But you know, just look for legit information of how you're feeling, or for me it was trying to figure out all the prescriptions I was on, because that was huge. I was on a huge cocktail, um, which I've been on and off of for many years, since after my mom died. Just a couple of years after that. But just trying to figure out how to come off of those things healthy, and is it possible? Is it possible to do it on your own? Trying to understand the diagnosis that they gave me, which I've been misdiagnosed a few times, just an FYI. So don't always go by what they say, and don't just attach yourself to some title or diagnosis and feel like that's what I am. No, you're not. You are way more than just a diagnosis, so don't ever just subscribe to that. But for each person, it's different. Everybody has a different process. Know that too. Everybody has a different process. I can only share my process because I think that's what I'm supposed to do, and help guide the best that I can. Because I never really had one of those. I've had some great people in my life, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. And everyone has taught me a lesson. Everyone. Doesn't matter how big or small. They've taught me lessons, and I know all about soul contracts, so I know that everybody agreed to do certain things for each other before we came here, and through that you can find forgiveness, which is huge. And gratefulness, being grateful, like truly grateful in your heart, because I feel that. Sorry. Yeah, I am grateful, and I hope that, well, I know that most can feel that for me too, that I'm grateful. And it's okay that I've lost a lot of people. I mean, it sucks, and it sucks that I put people through many of the things that I did. It does. But like I said, I forgave myself. And through that, I pray that they can forgive me as well. Because I'm not going to live in that anymore. Because living in that is part of that disease, that diagnosis, is living in that pain of hurting another person, or another person hurting you, or, hearing something or seeing something, or being weird or being different, or feeling lost, like you don't belong, or why are you here? Why is this happening? Just take a breath and know you'll be okay. And try and love the other people around you as much as you can, because it's never guaranteed that they're going to be there tomorrow, and it's never guaranteed that you will. Circumstances change in like a flash of a second, and then you're on a different path. So know that I'm grateful, guys, and I know that I'm here to help in any way possible. So I'm not subscribing to any title quite yet. I know that I'm an empath. I got that. A clairvoyant, yes, absolutely. Still learning those skills because they're pretty intense, and that's why I know that I'm being guided to do so, to help in certain areas. So I know that it resonates with me super strongly to help with the dark night process. So that's when you first start waking up to what's going on, the reality that we do live in, the false realities, the matrix, as most people call it, or the different dimensions, there's so many different things. There's so many things out there, like, no idea about. Like, none, dude. None. No idea. And you're probably sitting there like, you're fucking nuts. You are. You're nuts. I've been called that quite a bit throughout my life, so it's cool. You can call me nuts. But I know that I am not the only one out there. And I know that our reality is quite different than what you thought it was. And it's not at all like you thought, and it never will be. And once you start waking up, like, you can't go back. There's no going back. Just so you know, it's not like the movie The Matrix and you're just like eating a steak and like, yeah, I want to be put back in. No, it doesn't work that way. And you can deny it. You can deny it. And that's cool. Like, you know, the creator totally lets you have free will, because that's our greatest gift, and what, you know, separates us from every other being on this planet and on most other planets, is that we have free will. Because not everybody has that. Not every spirit, soul, however you want to say that, has that option. You know, we get the right to choose. So you will choose at some point, though. Just so you know, it'll happen. It will happen. If you start to feel it, and then like somehow you like go back in, because that's happened to people, it'll happen later. It can't be denied forever. You know, God will pull it in you at some point. And you don't have to say God. You can say Buddha. You can say whatever you want to subscribe to, but it's our creator. You know, and you can come from an atheist background, or a Christian background, or a Buddhist background, you know, or a Hindu background. Yeah. Just know that nothing is as it seems. And not one religion has it right. Not one. Not one is above the other. So it'll never, you know, be about that and the religious wars and all that stuff. Like, you don't need to subscribe to any of that either, because that's not why we're here, you guys. We all have a purpose. And we're here to raise the vibrations of this earth and connect as a collective, to help each other heal. And connecting to the collective is the most amazing thing ever. I'll tell you guys about that experience another day. But yeah, as crazy as I sound, or, you know, whatever, I'm not like some Bible bumper. I don't really know a whole lot about the Bible, because I never really read it like front to back. It's not something. My mom was like super Catholic, but not like in that sense. So we went to church and I learned my lessons, and I took like the synopsis of the story, you know, and learned the moral of the story every Sunday, you know. So I do have good morals. I do have, you know, good faith within myself. I mean, I'm not a totally horrible person, you know, because there is quite a few of those out there. So yeah, I'm definitely not in that group. I am awoken, and I am a spiritual spirit, you know, spirit within the soul, within the body. That's what my husband taught me. So, and I live in the Christ consciousness. So I do believe in Christ, and I believe that, yeah, he was absolutely here on this planet, and yeah, he was an enlightened being, and he did come here, and he sacrificed quite a bit, and, you know, his lessons are what I follow, his morals are what I follow. I definitely don't think that I'm ever going to be an ascended, you know, master, you know, but I can strive to be the best that I possibly can. The best that I possibly can. Yes, I've sinned. Yes, I will sin. Yes, I've done wrong. Yes, I've done great. And I know I'm not judging others. I'm really not. I'm keeping myself pretty neutral, because once you're in a neutral place, it's pretty awesome. And it's hard to stay there sometimes, and it's hard to control emotions and all the things in this that happen with this human body. But you can do it. You can do it if you really want it. And you however you get around to it on your spiritual side is up to you. And you can have faith in whatever you'd like, because I'm not here to judge and say you're going about it wrong. Because, yeah, that's not my job. Nor shall it ever be. So, yeah, I am a divine spirit here on this earth. And I chose to be here. I chose to be here in this time, this age, at the exact moment that I transcended into the exact family and circumstances that I chose, so that I can learn the lessons of that life, of that family, of this bloodline that I'm associated to. So, definitely digging in deep to my bloodline and trying to understand as much as possible. And I've seen quite a bit, and I've definitely done my own dirt, and I'm not better than anybody in my family. I love them all, and I pray for them all, and I really, really hope that I can make some sort of difference somewhere. Going through what I've gone through and having my own history, it's all my own, and I don't blame anybody, and I'm not saying anybody's better or worse, or I think we're all amazing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. And I just think some of us got it a little twisted, and we're pretty judgmental. Yeah, pretty judgmental. Most people are. So, yeah, I'm walking alone right now is what I'm doing. And that never sat well with me in my entire life. In my entire life. It never sat well with me to be alone, to walk alone, to not have my family around, or I had like a really bad codependency on my family. Which took a long time to grow out of and to understand, like really hard, and still work on it to this day, struggle with it. But, that's one of my life lessons, is to have this exact path so that I could learn love in the fashion that I did. And, I loved, but yeah, I really didn't, because I didn't find out what love was until just a couple of months ago. Like, really what real love is. Real unconditional love. And that came from my amazing husband. And, I can't say that I wish it was different for all the other people that have been surrounded by me, or affected by me, or hurt by me, or, don't feel the same love that I feel, I guess, for me, or the same that I feel for most people do, because I really do forgive quite literally, like really easily. Betrayals are hard, and sometimes those hurts run really deep, and when people hold grudges and don't know how to forgive and just feel utterly betrayed, it's hard to release that kind of pain. So, I hope that one day they can, because I know who I am, and I know what I've done. So I will say my sorry, I will make my apology, and I will make it wholeheartedly. But I'm only going to do it like once, maybe twice. And if you don't accept it, then I'm going to move on, because I'm not going to sit in that. And for a long time, I still sat in it. I sat in it and struggled with it and cried over it and wallowed in it, and, became like a victim of it. And I'm not a victim. I'm actually like a perpetrator in some instances. I'm really fiery. I had a lot of anger my entire life. I think that was like my go-to emotion, pretty much for everything and everyone. just fucking go hard. And through many phases of addictions, yeah, that was very go-to. So I will say that I hope that I find peace in that, you know? Seriously find some peace. And know that it's part of our life lesson. And hopefully you'll come around, and hopefully maybe you'll come to me and ask me a question, you know? Because that's just, it really does bring joy to my heart and soul. To help, even a question, you know? Just having somebody reach out and say, hey, Des, or do you know about this? Or what would I do about that? Yeah. I love helping. So I know that that's what I'm supposed to do, is guide, teach in that sense. Just don't want to waste my time doing it, because I don't have that much time. Because I've wasted a lot. You know, when you wake up later in life, because I'm not a spring chicken here. I'm not free, white, and 21 like my mom said. God, I hated when she said that, and I just love to say it. And it's not even appropriate in this sentence, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not very young. I mean, so you look at it and you're like, God, I wasted so much time, and I might not have that much time left, because humans in this day and age don't really last as long as they used to. It's part of our, you know, us being dominated, the dark forces, and giving our own magic up. So, I don't want to waste my time either. So that's why I'll say it once, maybe twice, and I'll put it out there. And I've definitely reached out quite a bit, and I get turned down quite a bit. You know, and sometimes it makes other people feel good to do that, and I can recognize it. So I kind of dust it off, you know, and I'm like, geez, dude, really? Yeah, I'm a smoker. I'm not going to apologize for that one either, or, you know, people are probably going to say whatever for however long. I don't really care. It's not for you, about you. I enjoy it, and I'm on this planet to enjoy what I like, and that's one thing I like. Anyways, yeah, so guys, I really didn't even have one hit on my last video, so maybe one day somebody will watch it. I don't know if maybe I will. I don't know. It was my first one ever, just sitting on a mountain, but it was really beautiful, just like it's beautiful right now, this morning. I'm excited for today. Just excited for the possibilities of something new, of feeling something different. So here's my best news, and I know it's the end of the video. I'm gonna cut off here in a minute because I've been talking for 53 minutes now. So greatest thing is that throughout my life, I've been faced with many challenges, and you know, I've definitely played the victim role and felt, you know, wronged by everybody, and I'm recognizing that, right? So I'm not the victim anymore. So I don't feel that, you know, just everybody's coming at me and why are you hurting me, and why are you doing this, and why would you do that to me? No, I don't even look at it that way anymore, because I look at it as a whole. Why would this situation happen? Excuse me, I ask why. Drives Joshua insane. I'll always ask why. I've always asked why. I've always wondered. I got to figure stuff out. So, it's kind of a great tip for you to ask why. You know, why is that person so mad? In general, they just having a bad day. Are they really feeling that? Are they just projecting that onto you? Because people do that. They are projectors. They project their feelings and emotions onto the closest people to them. Or not even that, you know, it could be the person in the drive-thru, the person working there, or the teller at the store, or the bank, or whatever. We project onto other people, so be mindful of that, like, be mindful. If you're fucking really raging out or something, like, go separate yourself from other people and calm yourself down. And once you feel better, absolutely go back around your loved ones or whatever. But it's okay to have a personal space and go to that personal space. Give yourself a fucking timeout. But, not reacting. So not reacting, that's huge for me, because it's an automatic, like, defense, defense. Played sports when I was younger. Basketball. So, just an automatic reaction. So somebody's talking shit to me, telling me something I don't like, I'm going to come right back. And I'm going to come back hard. And, that's just innately who I've always been. And who I've had to be, to feel like I protected myself against anybody and everybody. It didn't matter the situation. A lot of the times, it was unwarranted for sure. So, people who know that about me, and I'm sorry. For real, I recognize it now. But the greatest thing, too, is that no matter what the problem is and how hard it is and what the outcome may be, so mine would be like abandonment, right? Oh, you're just going to leave in the end anyway, so, I'd push people away or cause that to happen beforehand. I would literally push people away or cause a fight or something, because the bottom's always going to fall out. I didn't deserve this. I didn't deserve love. They didn't deserve me, like, F them, whatever. No, dude. No, the bottom's not always going to fall out. It's not. It's really not. And not everybody's going to leave you either. So, some people have a role to play in your life, and it may be short-lived. It may be just like a sentence, dude. Like, as little as it may be, just like telling you, good morning. I really like your scarf today. When you're getting coffee or whatever. Because sometimes that's happened to me, and it's really brightened my whole day. Or it could be, somebody who is, part of your family matrix. Somebody like your mom or your dad or something, But mine was abandonment. Like, everybody's just going to leave in the end anyways. So, yeah. I wanted to leave. I was suicidal all the time. Like, an instant go-to for me to react in a situation. It was hard. That hurt my feelings, that I couldn't understand. Like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I want to fucking die. I want to die. Like, why am I here? And then, like, my bestie, he committed suicide, and dude, that was like my soulmate. And we went through a lot of rough times in life, and we did a lot of rough things to each other too, but we had some amazing times. Even just like sitting there, I miss him so much. But he left, dude, and he left me here, and I was broken, like completely broken, a shell of a person. Now, I wasn't possessed, so that's amazing. So I'm getting rid of my fears currently, facing fears and, possession and demons and all the scary shit, I have faced those, and I understand them on a different level, so I'm really grateful for, some people on YouTube that I expressed to you tonight, because they helped me come on the right side of that and understanding some realities that we really live in, and they're not like what we thought, and it's nothing like movies, guys, so it's nothing as vivid, nothing like that. So the fear doesn't need to be there at all. It really doesn't, and it's so hard to get rid of it. But my fears are abandonment, not really being loved, being lied to, being possessed by a man, being possessed by a woman, Those are like, I don't know, the power words. There's a lot more to all of it. But an understanding what my bestie, like that kind of sacrifice and that kind of hurt that he felt in this life, but ultimately it was a sacrifice, and it affected many people, many people. It affected me on a profound level because that was my one true go-to person. Like, that was my person. I didn't even care if I got married or, I didn't want kids. I never wanted kids. But, I didn't need to get married. I didn't need any of that. I could just have like a booty call or friends with benefit, as people would call it, or whatever, date. I didn't have like long-term relationships, none of that, dude, because I was cool. I got my bestie. Like, we're rolling. I mean, he had a partner. He was gay. And I think that's what made it so great, is that we're just partners, It's my bestie, my PIC, my partner in crime. Which I have a few of those. I have others. But this one was, he was the most profound in my life. And I can say the most profound thing about him this morning is that he taught me to love, and to love unconditionally, and what it was like to have faith in another person, and no matter what the problem is that they're going to write it out with them, because everybody deserves that, and not everybody understands. They're hurt, they're sick. Mental illness is definitely, it affects a lot of people, but it's not what everybody thinks either. It's really not. Because mental and emotional, when those things get twisted, it's no, it's not. And I know that there was like different planets rolling around at that time, which are really, really profound and really scary, because they don't come around very often. That's why we go through different cycles, and they usually transit with certain planets. And I'm getting ready to close out my cycle, guys, and I'm so, so grateful for that, because it's been a long one, and it's been hard, and I've been so lost. So lost. And that's where I can say that, to my family and friends, if they ever watch, and I know I've sent messages and said a lot of things as well, and I have many more I'm sorry's in person, and really just, I mean, forgiveness, forgiveness is huge. I just keep talking about it constantly. I hope that they forgive me one day. I hope that all of them do. Because in the end, once we cross over, if I go before, I'll meet you there, dude. I'll be right there with loving arms. And even if you don't understand it and you don't want me around, I'll still be there. I'm here now. And I do offer forgiveness. I do. There's some total and utter betrayals that happen, and if you are harming another person on purpose, and you are awoken and you're enlightened and you're still doing shit on purpose, yeah, no. I'm not going to accept that. But, I'll definitely still offer forgiveness and unconditional love if you decide to change that, because we all deserve that. And once you understand what love is, and loving somebody unconditionally, like loving my bestie and saying, dude, okay, ultimately I forgive you. I forgive you, because I didn't want to forgive him. Didn't. And I know other people haven't too, and so I hope they find that within themselves. Because he's a beautiful, beautiful spirit. He really is. And I no longer want to die. Dude, I don't want to die. I want to stay. And, ultimately I want to be a whole lot healthier. So, my whole smoking thing will probably go at some point. But it is all a matter of control. Because I control my body. That's really awesome. And I know that. And I control my emotions. I know that. And sometimes I lose control. And I know that. But it's a matter of coming right side up, guys, and knowing that with all these retrogrades that are happening, which I'll do some videos on for sure. Some of them last a while. It makes everything go upside down. And it makes you feel like the universe is working against you, or the world is, or, that you're just losing everybody. You're losing everybody. Everybody's like dropping like flies around you, whether it's like death or, the haters are going to hate. There's big haters. There's big fucking haters. And just know that that's the dark forces, you guys. And, once you start digging deep, you'll understand dark forces are everywhere and everything. And everything. And even if you think you're a righteous being, if you're causing harm to another person on purpose, out of hate or jealousy or rage or, there's so many different ways to do that. But those are the big ones that you're like, you're being possessed by the dark forces, because you're literally trying to harm another person. And you may not think it's anything, and you're like, yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, but when you're causing somebody to hurt their feelings, you're bullying them, or laughing at them, or not thinking you're better than them, or whatever, that's harming another person. And it could be as little as, like, for me right now, it's PayPal. PayPal's working against me. And I know it's like the dark forces trying to, like, anger me, because it does anger me. Like, I don't like them as a company, and their policies suck, and their processes suck. And so I just gotta breathe and not let it affect me in that manner, because you have the choice. You have the choice. You have the choice. We always have the choice. How we're gonna react, how we're gonna, how we choose to handle a situation or a person or even a sentence coming out of somebody's mouth. It's part of our free will. So choose righteously. You could say, what would Jesus do? Sounds kind of corny, because I never really wanted to participate in that whole saying. But you can. I mean, just look at it from your heart, dude. Would you want to be treated like that? It's universal law. How you treat somebody is how you will be treated. Like, really, you want to steal? Okay, well, people are going to steal from you. Yeah. Had that happen quite a bit. I fell into that one myself, so it wasn't so great. It's not a good feeling. Lying. Lying's huge. I think lying's the worst for me. Like, why would you fucking lie? Like, I know you're lying. I'm like a human lie detector. It's part of being like an empath, dude. I always know when somebody's lying. Always. Like, my intuition goes off. My whole life, I've known it. So I'm like, yeah, you're cheating. Know it. Know it. So for me to sit there in denial, I've been called delusional. Yeah, I was delusional once. Yeah. But you weren't in my shoes, so who are you to judge? Because you don't know. You don't know what it was like for me. Try and walk in somebody else's shoes. Put yourself in their shoes, like literally. Sit there and like